Okay, so what I've done, I've used roughly 20 drops of DIHYDROMERCENOL. So nothing in it. But at this time, the problem is this is cloudy. Obviously, you see most of my oils in a stage they become cloudy. But then I change. So the next one I'm using a bit of aldehyde C14. Sorry, you need to always measure it. Don't go straight in. So I'm using just roughly 10 ml. I done a smell test to it, and the cashmere, the way I call it cashmere is it might not be exact cashmere smell, but the way I make it, that gives an impression of cashmere in it without using the cashmere. This one I've used aldehyde C14, 10 ml. This is the only one that I'm going to increase to 20 ml, from 10 to 20 ml. The reason is the mango flavor is too strong, right? So I need to make it a bit of dull kind of mango, but just need to keep the same smell of there is a mango tone to it, but it's not exactly a mango. Right? So it's hard to explain, but when you experiment, only then you know. Okay, so let it mix, and then basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it crystal clear. This is my target at this time. When it's not, then there is some solvent that is missing, and I use the safest ones. So what I'm gonna do is 10 ml of Arivone. Sorry, I was pronouncing it wrong as Oprivone. Please excuse my pronunciation sometimes. But it's Arivone. The way the text is written. Okay. Now you can see, magically, but just adding 10 ml of Arivone, it came back into crystal form, and this is what I need. So I let it mix a bit, and the next thing I need, so we still have roughly 400 limit, so we have a room. So what I do with it, at this time I achieved the main core perfume the way I wanted. What I need now is to make it more kind of luxury, spicy kind of smell from cashmere. So for that, what I'm going to use is roughly 10 ml of black pepper, if you can find a new one. Okay, so what I need, 10 ml of black pepper, 10 ml of Nioli, 10 ml of nutmeg essential oil, and 10 ml of white camphor. So these are the three I need, along with 10 ml of black pepper. This Nioli is has a very minty, fresh kind of smell, and it's a very small quantity. So I'm using roughly 6 to 7 ml. It's not exact 10 ml, but this one can ruin the whole oil, you know, if you use too much. So be careful. Smell the oils, natural oils, before if you want to put in. So I'm using roughly 5 ml here, not 10 ml. the core is coming really nice. Now I'm gonna make it into spicy, and 5 ml of nutmeg I think is enough for the whole 1000 ml, 1 liter. We don't want to make too spicy, like it smells like biryani, bro. Come on. And 5 ml of white sugar camphor. Yes. Okay, the next thing we need 200 ml of ethylene bracelet. So along with the ethylene bracelet, 200 ml, I've used 50 ml of patchouli oil as well. And at this stage it needs a bit of solvent again. I don't know, it's my kind of experience. When you're making it, might be a little bit different, but my oils can get cloudy very easily. The reason is the solvents. So like for this thing, the safest solvent, because it's woody, I'm gonna use the 5 ml of Orivon. See if it works. If it doesn't, then 10. But there is a limit of IFRA when you use these synthetics or any oil. There's a limit. If a certain kind of synthetic oil or natural oil can be used, for example, if it's for perfumery, there's a certain limit of each. So why I use the way I'm using, I follow the IFRA guidelines, and I always stay very light on those things which are not allowed. For example, Lyral is not allowed, and there's so many other substances that we can't use in perfumery anymore if it's to do with perfumes. So I use those which are only allowed by IFRA. And now this time I'm going to use cedral acetate, and this is about 20 ml. Yes, it's becoming a bit of sweet, and mango flavor kind of thing is coming through, but it's turning in towards a bit of woody as well. So the next thing I need 10 ml of vetiver. Vetiver is very strong, and it has heavy molecule, so it stays very long time. It doesn't it does not diffuse as quick as citrusy based perfume. So okay, now what's happening, it was foggy, and the vetiver went in there. Now the challenge is to bring it back into crystal shape. Right, the other option of the solvent I have is amyl salicylate, and I'm using it 10 ml. Gradually see the reaction of the whole mixture. The mixture will tell you what is right and what is wrong sometimes. If it's not mixing, there's something missing, and that's the solvent. But you need to know the limits, how much solvent you can put in, and how it will impact the whole smell. So I'm going to add 10 ml of aldehyde, because vetiver will take over everything, you see. So C8 aldehyde, 10 ml. And ethyl butyrate, 10 ml. So bear in mind, we have very less room. We're reaching our limit of 1000. Five ml of Orivon, 10. I'll let it mix, because if I'm impatient and adding more things, that might not work. So I'll have to wait, give it a bit of time, and then come back to it. So see you in a moment.